Hi everybody and welcome to Lady Writes on YouTube. I'm slightly nervous and also very excited that I'm finally delving into the world of YouTube, and I was kind of wondering what I should be doing as my first video, and you guys all said you would love a Q&A, kind of get to know me more video, which is what I'm going to do. A lot of you sent me loads of questions. I can't answer them all, but I've got quite a few to go through with you. It's just going to be a little bit about me, stuff that you may or may not know already, but hopefully you'll have a little bit of fun with it. Also, I hope that you'll subscribe to my videos. I've got a lot more coming. We're filming a lot today and a lot over the coming few weeks. Well, that was kind of awkward for my first video, but you know, I'm a professional. I rolled with it. Look, it's all fixed. But yeah, if any of the questions were, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened in your blogging career? In my first YouTube video, the backdrop smashed. I've been sent so many questions and I've got loads to get through, and I'll start with like the blogging type questions. The first one was, what got you into blogging in the first place? So I would say for me, it was my passion for writing, which literally sounds like something off my CV, but it's true. I love to write. I've always written. I write poems. I used to write songs. None of them were very good, but I gave it a go. I've always loved writing, and then as soon as I turned into a teenager, kind of like 13, I loved makeup. So I've always kind of talked about it and written about it a little bit, so it kind of started from there really, and I've kind of written online and offline for about 8 years altogether now. The next question is, what's your biggest motivation for starting a YouTube channel? I think it's got to be that I class myself as a content creator, not just a writer or a blogger or an Instagrammer. Not that I'm very good at that because I ain't got that many followers. I like to think of myself as a content creator, so I'm giving YouTube a go. It's a new type of content for me. It may work, it may not. I really hope it does. Please subscribe. The next question is, how do you keep so organised and manage your time to stay on top of blogging, Instagram and managing a family? I feel very, very stressed with my workload, and I feel that I'm neglecting my family, and sometimes I feel that I'm neglecting my blog. So there's a lot of guilt and a lot of pressure that does go into it. I wish that could be a more upbeat, happy kind of answer, but that's the truth. The best thing I can recommend for managing your time when you're a blogger or an influencer of any type is routine. I have to say that routine is the easiest thing. I kind of do the same thing every day, unless I have plans to go out or something. I will do the same thing day in, day out. Start with Instagram, then my blog, then my emails, and it kind of rolls like that. And I try and structure very separate times to spend with my family. So the evenings are very, very family precious to me. You won't notice me on social media as much in the evening, so I tend to use my daytimes very much dedicated to blogging and do it that way. What are your best tips for taking great photos? It has taken me a long time to feel like I like my photographs, and I feel like I still have so much to learn about photography, but I do love it. I would say my biggest tip would be to make the most of what you've got. You don't need an expensive camera, you don't need loads of props. I mean, those things are great if you can afford them, but if you can't, you know, you have to use what you've got. And I would say the best tip is to utilize natural light as well. So you don't need posh lights. I mean, the winter is tricky because it's hard to get photos, but use like windows, doors, rooms that are quite light and airy, and make the most of that natural light. And always think about shadows coming in from the other side, and try and position like an alternative light source there to get rid of your shadowing. That is probably my biggest tip, and I see lots of people who make those slight changes and feel a lot better about their photos. So give that a go and see if that helps. Oh my gosh, I felt like an agony aunt then. There's your answer. I hope it helps. Now some beauty ones. There were lots of these as well. What is the one beauty product you couldn't go without, and why? Okay, so I would have said foundation because I have really uneven skin, but I guess it would be false eyelashes. Like these. I love wearing false eyelashes because I think instantly they make you look a lot better because they divert the attention from anywhere else in your face to your lashes. I always wear lashes now. I've got a bit hooked on them in the past couple of months, so I guess it would have to be false lashes. If you had to use one brand of makeup for the rest of your life, which would it be and why? Now this one is quite hard for me because I have the biggest collection of makeup. As my partner knows, it's literally all over my house. He's nodding his head. It's all over the house and it's forever growing. But there are a few standout brands for me. I think it would have to be Colourpop. I swear by their formulas and their price point is really, really affordable. Their eyeshadows are some of the best I've tried. Their lipsticks are great. I love their lip liners. Some of their brushes are okay. They're not the best, but they're okay. So I think if I had to stick with one brand for the rest of my life, it would be Colourpop. That's not a plug, by the way. That's just me telling the truth. If you were to start a makeup brand, what one product would you specialise in? Now, that's a good one. That's a fun one. Definitely eyeshadow palettes, without a doubt. I have so many eyeshadow palettes and I will always buy more because they're my favourite thing. They're my boo when it comes to makeup. I love eyeshadow palettes. I do have a lot and I'm never going to stop collecting them. So I guess I would be like a specialist eyeshadow palette brand, you know, Lady Wright's eyeshadow palettes. Maybe that should be my next business venture. Do you have a favourite brand where you can trust everything they make? Definitely Too Faced, I think, are up there because I've tried pretty much their whole product range with regards to I've tried their foundation, their primers, their eyeshadows, mascaras, eyeliners, lipsticks. I think I've tried pretty much their broad base of products and haven't yet found anything that I really was disappointed with. Obviously, some things work better than others, but I would say if I had to rely on one brand for everything forever, it would probably, without a doubt, be Too Faced. Okay, some lifestyle ones now. If you could turn back time, what's the one thing you'd change? I don't tend to have a lot of regrets. I try and live my life so that I don't class anything as a regret. If something is a mistake and it backfires or something doesn't turn out very well, I will always try and eventually use it as a learning curve. I have learnt along the way not to class myself as somebody with regrets because I think if you have loads of regrets it can kind of contribute to depression and stuff like that, or it certainly can for me. So I try and look back on things that I've done that I perhaps wasn't proud of or that didn't turn out the way I wanted, and I think to myself, okay, well, it didn't work like that, but hopefully let's kind of construct myself to make sure it doesn't happen and improve for next time. So I can't really look at one thing and think that's my biggest regret, and that is the general truth. That sounded like something out of a self-help book, didn't it? I should write one of them too. That can be after the eyeshadow palettes. We can have Lady Wright's help book too. Next question. Do you have any plans for the wedding yet? No, we don't. We are constantly talking about it and we're very excited about it. Do we have any plans? No. Not going to get married for about 10 years. Woohoo! That's not funny. We are going to get married very soon, probably next year. But at the moment, the truth is we're looking at getting married abroad because we think it'd be much easier. What is your dream holiday destination? For me, if it was just Bryn and I going away, it would be somewhere like the Maldives or Mexico, somewhere by a beach with lots and lots of food and cocktails and no kids. But seeing as we have two of them, dream holidays tend to look a bit different, so it'd have to be, without a doubt, Disneyland in Florida. Love to take the boys there. In fact, it's one of my missions for the next few years is I want to be able to do that. And then this will be the last one. What season is your favourite? Now, I love summer and I hate winter because I hate being cold. My favourite season is probably autumn. I love the colours, like when the leaves are like falling off the trees and like everything's changing colour. I love like the pumpkin spice lattes that you can get, and everything just feels really cozy. Like you can get your candles out after the summer. I also really, really love the way makeup transitions from summer into autumn tones. Like I love like a plum lip and a dark eyeshadow and lots of heavy mascara and stuff like that. So autumn is a big all-round winner when it comes to the seasons for me. So I did have quite a few more questions, but that's probably enough about me for today because you're probably bored now. So that was a little bit about getting to know me. I hope you have learned something new or something relatively new. Hope you've enjoyed my first video. It's been a lot of fun to make. I am going to be doing a couple more videos this week, so keep an eye on my channel. I would really love it if you'd subscribe. It would be an absolute dream to feel like you guys are all behind me and supporting me, and also like my content isn't absolutely pants. So please hit the subscribe button and make sure you're following me on Instagram.